Welcome to another video. This is a live stream review of the match that took place today at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League between Chelsea and Manchester City, which Chelsea ended up losing by 3 goals to 1. Yes, I haven't done a live stream in a very long time, so forgive me if I don't seem to be used to it. But yes, this was a very difficult one for me to grasp in terms of what happened. So I'm not going to waste too much of your time and I'm just going to get straight into it. Um, in terms of this review, I'm going to kick things off by giving you guys the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded at the start of the match. I will then be giving you guys my thoughts on the match itself, and as always, I'll be giving you guys the positives and the negatives in which I took from the match. And lastly, I will be giving you guys my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming FA Cup third round fixture, which will be taking place next Sunday at Stamford Bridge against Morecambe, with kickoff at 1:30 p.m. UK time. So getting straight into it, starting off with the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded. It was a 4-3-3 in terms of the formation he chose, and in terms of the personnel he decided to start against Manchester City today. He went with Edouard Mendy in goal. He went with a back four from right to left of Zaza Azpilicueta, Kurt Zouma, Thiago Silva and Ben Chilwell. He went with a midfield three of N'Golo Kante, Mason Mount and Mateo Kovacic, and he decided to go with a front three from right to left of Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic. So that is the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded at the start of today's match against Manchester City. And to be honest with you guys, I couldn't have asked for a better lineup, because at the start of my reaction video, I actually thought it was a very strong lineup. So that's one of the main reasons as to why I'm disappointed with the result and the performance. But yes, that is the lineup that Frank Lampard fielded at the start of today's match. In terms of my thoughts on the match itself, starting off with the first half, as always, I actually thought that we made a good start to the match. I thought we had Manchester City in the first 10 minutes, although we didn't really create any clear-cut chances to show for our dominance in the early stages of the match. But after that 10-minute period, it all just went to crap and we just threw it all away. The first goal, which was scored by Ilkay Gundogan, he managed to get the ball just outside the box. Thiago Silva was very close to him, but Ilkay Gundogan managed to turn away from him and pull off a great shot, which ended up going into the bottom right corner on Ilkay Gundogan's side. On Ilkay Gundogan's side, and I'm sorry, but Edouard Mendy should have done a lot better with it. He did get a hand on it. It was a powerful strike, but Edouard Mendy just should have done better because his hand just wasn't strong enough, and that gave Manchester City the lead. Shortly after that, they got the second, which came through Phil Foden. Some great play down their left-hand side and down our right-hand side, and we just didn't read it, and Phil Foden just had acres of space in the left-hand side of the box, and he just tapped it past Edouard Mendy, who had no chance with this one. I don't know what the defenders were doing in front of him, and I just don't understand how we just let them do so after conceding the first one shortly before the second one went in. But moving on, the third goal went in, and um, this arose from a free kick that Christian Pulisic won. I think it was. I can't even remember who won the free kick now, but it came from a free kick that Chelsea won. Um, One of the Manchester City players intercepted the ball. It fell to N'Golo Kante, who just gave it to who gave it away very cheaply, and he was the only player who was anywhere near our goal. And Raheem Sterling got the ball, ran past him. N'Golo Kante did do quite well to get back in a defensive position, and he did do well to force Raheem Sterling out wide, but Raheem Sterling was still able to pull off a shot which did hit the post, and it didn't go in. Raheem Sterling's shot didn't go in, but it still fell to Kevin De Bruyne, who had three players on him, who had three Chelsea players on him. Sorry, who? Oh my god! It did fall to Kevin De Bruyne, who did have at least three Chelsea players on him, and he still managed to get to the ball first and tap it home to give Manchester City a well-deserved 3-0 lead going into half-time. And to be honest with you guys, it could have been more because they were by far the better team in the first half, and we just had nothing. I don't even think we had a shot on target in the first half. And if we did, I can't even tell you who had that shot on goal that went on target, because it was that bad. But now for my thoughts on the second half. Um, Jesus, it could have been a lot worse in the early stages of the second half, because we really did not help ourselves. We kept giving the ball away. Um, we just had nothing going forward. Manchester City did camp, and that is not me criticising them for doing so, because they had every right to do so after getting a 3-0 lead at half time or in the first half. Whichever one you want, whichever one you guys want, I don't really care. But yes, they had every right to sit back and make it very difficult for us to break them down. And that is exactly what happened for the majority of the second half, because I'm sorry, guys, what I saw in the second half from an attacking sense from Chelsea today was just not good enough. Um, we did see Hakim Ziyech and N'Golo Kante go off for Callum Hudson-Odoi and Billy Gilmore, and Billy Gilmore did have little glimpses um, in the game where he showed what he could do, but he couldn't really do too much, and he couldn't really do much with the task that he had in front of him. I mean, I'm not going to blame Billy Gilmore, but Callum Hudson-Odoi did come on and make an um, and Callum Hudson-Odoi did come on and change the game in a way, because of course he ended up getting the goal, and Frank Lampard's third substitution saw Mateo Kovacic go off for Kai Havertz, and I don't think that Mateo Kovacic had a particularly good game at all today. I thought he kept giving the ball away. Yes, he did have that shot in the second half where he managed to weave through their midfield and get a shot off, which did go just past the post. But other than that, I thought he had a poor game. But overall, the goal that we scored, before I summarize, I'm just going to mention the goal that we scored. The goal that we scored, it was a good goal. A ball came in from the left hand side. I can't even remember who put the ball in. It was that bad, but the ball came in from the left hand side, and Callum Hudson-Odoi had acres of space down our right hand side, and he just smashed it home. And I hate to say it, but guys, we didn't even deserve to score today, because we were that poor. Um, Manchester City would have felt hard done. Manchester City would have felt aggrieved at the fact that they conceded, shall I say, to rephrase what I was trying to say earlier. But honestly, guys, we definitely didn't deserve to score today, because we didn't do anywhere near enough, and we definitely didn't do what we could have done had we played the way we did in the first 10 minutes throughout the majority of the game, per se. But honestly, guys, that goal really did flatter us. Um, but yes, overall it was terrible. From top to bottom, only two players really turned up. One of them was a starter, and that was Christian Pulisic. And the other one who turned up, in my opinion, was Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm not gonna criticize Hakim Ziyech too much, because, of course, this was his first game in almost a month. Since being out with that hamstring injury that he picked up against Leeds United some time ago now. But honestly, guys, it was just terrible today. And moving on to the positives and the negatives in which I took from today's match. There's only one positive in which I took from today's match, and I'm very surprised that I managed to pick this one out. And the only positive in which I took from today's match is the fact that Callum Hudson-Odoi scored a good goal. I honestly fear for Frank Lampard right now, because we've won only 2 of our last 8 games, I think it is, in the Premier League. Something like that, but it's not good. It's not looking good for Frank Lampard right now. And I've heard that Roman Abramovich is thinking about um, replacements, and that's never good to hear after a shocking defeat like this one. Um, but yes, that is the only positive in which I took from today's match. Moving on to the negatives, and I'm just gonna swiftly go through these, because I don't want to spend too much time on this one, because honestly, this team is killing me right now, man. The positive, the first positive. I wish I could say positive, but yes, the first negative in which I took from today's match is the fact that everyone bar Christian Pulisic and Callum Hudson-Odoi was shambolic. And like I said already, I'm not really gonna go in on Hakim Ziyech, because I know that he's just come back from injury, but I don't think he had a particularly good game at all today. But yes, it just wasn't good today. And the second and final negative in which I took from today's match is the fact that we didn't do anywhere near enough in the game to deserve anything from it. And it's as simple as that. And that's it for my thoughts on today's match. Please do put your thoughts on today's match in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I will do my very best to respond. But now to conclude this review, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming FA Cup third round fixture, which will be taking place next Sunday at Stamford Bridge against Morecambe, with kickoff at 1:30 p.m. UK time. And it's funny how I say that because it's not even certain that the match is going to go ahead because of the rising COVID-19 cases. But yes, I'll just give you my thoughts anyway. I'm not confident because of the way we've been playing in a lion's share of our recent games, and I wouldn't be surprised if we got knocked out of the FA Cup. Um, it depends. It, guys, give me a few seconds. I haven't done this in ages, but something has to give if we are to get back into winning ways, because what we have been treated to in the last 4 or 5 weeks or so has been absolutely shocking, and many Chelsea fans do not deserve it. The ones who are not humble, the ones who have been making fun of Arsenal fans in recent weeks deserve this. Fans like me just don't. But yes, something has to give if we are to get the job done. If we are to get the job done against Morecambe next Sunday, and I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest, because of the way some of the players played today, and the way a load of them have played in recent games. But yes, that is it for my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming FA Cup third round fixture, which will be taking place next Sunday at Stamford Bridge. And that is it for this live stream review. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I didn't. Please do like, comment, please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I will see you all very soon for some more videos. Come on, you Blues! I don't even know if I should say come on, Frank Lampard anymore, because of course his job is under threat. But anyways, and peace.